Hello, hello, my beautiful YouTube family. Welcome back to the T.E.L.L. learning portion of T.E.L.L. Joanne. I am your girl, Joanne. Guys, we are continuing to go down the rabbit hole of the story behind the song. I hope you guys have been enjoying being here with me, as I am appreciative of you guys being here. Okay, so I'm not gonna do too much talking. Let's just get straight to the video right after we do our share. So if you are part of the family, aka you already subscribed, you knew I was about to say that. But if you're new to the channel, this is when I say hello, hello, hello. Now put me on pause to get yourself a beverage of choice. Hit that subscribe button so that you can become part of this amazing community. And on the count of 3, we'll do our share. You guys ready? 1, 2, 3. First time reaction to Wham, Careless Whisper, the story behind the song. So guys, this is another one that I saw I had to jump on because I actually have done 2 reaction to Wham. One of them is the official music video, which was blocked several times. I had to filter it to play it. And the second one was George Michael actually singing it live on stage. So I got to do that. And I had so much questions. So I'm actually hoping that this behind the song answers it. I shouldn't say, I mean, I had so much question, I had so much theories as well. So I'm really excited to hear the interview and to hear the story behind the song. All right, without further talking, let's go.
Essentially, Wham was the expression of our friendship. It was the humour, the vitality, the exuberance of youth. Hey, sucker! It was about us as youths, and it represented the optimism and the drive and the aspiration of youth and the limitless horizons of youth. We became friends very quickly. We had a mutual sense of humour, a schoolboy sense of humour, very juvenile, very puerile.
I want to say, when I first saw the Careless Whisper and I saw Wham, and you guys did, I read your comments, and it's funny to hear him say that, and I thought about it. I saw the video and I was like, oh, what is Wham? Because I didn't know George Michael was in a band before. I only knew him as himself through the journey of getting to know him. And I was like, what is Wham? I was like, oh, is it the producer of this video? Like, I didn't put it together that it was like a group until you guys comment below and let me know. And I was like, oh, okay. So it's pretty cool to hear, if you guys did not educate me, how I would have learned through this, the story behind the song thing. All right, let's continue. I don't know any of those songs.
That sort of created a combination of humour and messing around with music. And also the fact that other friends of ours were forming bands, and the sense that we wanted to write songs and perform grew. And in fact, the first 3 songs we wrote were Wham Rap, Club Tropicana and Careless Whisper. My songwriting aspirations had been given a boost by a generous 18th birthday present from Mum and Dad. A white Fender Telecaster with a black scratch plate and a rosewood fretboard. In the evenings, I'd practice over and over, piecing together covers of the songs I loved and trying out interesting chord sequences that Yog and I could work on together. One particular idea seemed to evoke a sadness, suggesting a plaintive melody and a slow tempo rhythm. A few days later, Yog came round and I played it to him. "What do you make of this?" I said, working through the chords. He looked at me a little surprised. "Oh my God, Andy, that goes perfectly with an idea I've had going round and round in my head. Play it again." I carried on playing the chords, Yog singing what would later become the haunting saxophone melody on Careless Whisper. Through an extraordinary coincidence, our separate ideas complemented each other perfectly. Careless Whisper came together. The largely minor-based chord progression I'd come up with suggested a lyric imbued with emotion and regret. And so Yog decided to draw on his own teenage experience.
I feel so unsure as I take your hand and lead you to the dance floor. As the music dies, something in your eyes calls to mind a silver screen and all its sad goodbye. I'm never gonna dance again. Guilty feet have got no rhythm, though it's easy to pretend. I know you're not a fool. Should've known better to cheat a friend, waste the chance that I'd been given. So I'm never gonna dance again the way I danced with you.
It was a...
So he says that they wrote the song together as Wham, but when I remember doing the reactions for this, it was George Michael's name only on it. So comment below and let me know what the story is. When did it change to only his name? And I guess that's where the confusion is. And then I'm hearing him call, I don't know if his language, does he say Wham instead of, like, is he calling him Wham? I mean, not Wham, he's calling him something else. Guys, I'm like all confused, but I don't even know. Maybe that's what he's saying is Wham or Yam. I don't even know, but he's not saying George. He's not saying Michael. I'm listening to a name that's familiar to me, and I'm not hearing that coming from him. All right, let me go.
Cheat a friend, waste the chance that I'd been given. So I'm never gonna dance again the way I danced with you.
It was a fortuitous and entirely coincidental coming together of two ideas. The chord progression that I'd come up with, and the tempo and the kind of song and track that suggested just happened to go perfectly with the melody that he'd been working on. Now, I mean, I don't know whether, because all it was that saxophone melody at the time, and everything else we worked up from that point.
I'm never gonna dance again. Guilty feet have got no rhythm, though it's easy to pretend. I know you're not a fool. Should've known better to cheat and waste the chance that I'd been given. So I'm never gonna dance again the way I danced with you.
You know, we'd left it off the first album because Careless Whisper was outside at that point the style of Wham and what Wham was really representing, which was youthfulness and exuberance and that vitality and energy of youth. And it just wasn't something that we could have, if we'd have stuck it on Fantastic, it would have been completely out of context.
Tonight the music seems so loud. I wish that we could lose this crowd. Maybe it's better this way. We'd hurt each other with the things we want to say. We could have been so good together. We could have lived this dance forever. But now who's gonna dance with me? Please stay.
And it was apparent to us both that he would inevitably one day have to go beyond Wham to fully exploit his songwriting potential. And Careless Whisper was, he felt that would be the perfect stepping off point. He asked me if I would consent to him releasing it as a George Michael solo track. And so I agreed that he would release it as a solo single. But it was a Wham release in the States, and it had to be a Wham track really in the States, because his profile in the United States just wasn't of a level that would have given Careless Whisper the best chance of success. So he understood that it had to be a Wham track in the States in order for it to give it the best chance of being a hit. Which it was a number one. Both in many countries, but certainly on both sides of the Atlantic. It's a song that I have a great deal of pride in. he grew to not to like it. I don't know whether there's a bit of an albatross around his neck, but I think he was a little unfair about it, because it was written when we were 17, 18. So it was never going to have the kind of depth of emotional intelligence that he applied to his latter songs. But that doesn't diminish the fact that it's a brilliant example of an audio manifestation of a creative idea.
Wow, what an absolutely amazing interview. That was absolutely amazing for me, because it answered so many questions that I had. So many questions. Even as I'm watching the interview, I was asking questions, and they were like, Joanne, shut your mouth and wait for the answer, because he answered it. So it started as Wham, as you guys had told me. And then this song, the reason why it didn't say Wham as I knew the song later on, and it says George Michael's, is because that was his coming out song. That was absolutely beautiful, coming out as a record, and like, oh my goodness. And it's so funny hearing him, because I feel like I heard Billy Joel said the same thing, and I think it was about Piano Man, like songs that we absolutely love, that is absolutely their top hit songs. They're like, I don't even want to be associated with that song, right? This is not even a song that they like, or they feel it really is like, I don't even want to say represent of them or whatever, but it's definitely not one of their songs that they like. And these are the songs that we absolutely love, we hear, and we feel so much. So wow, that was a pretty interesting interview. I just got to know so much. And then again, it's just so amazing how when two things come together that you don't even expect, and it just makes absolute magic, right? So this is a song that, in that case, I'm like, things that were meant to be. This is a song that was meant to be on so many different levels, to know that they both were working on certain things, and it just came to be. And of course, the saxophone on that song, the saxophone. I was just getting really emotional to hear this, to hear the story, and to hear how George Michael wanted to come out, and now his friend and his people believed in him, and allowed that to happen, because they both did work on the song. And it's interesting that to understand that that wasn't the same sound that Wham was going for, and that it was something different. And for his friend to actually say that, for George Michael to become the mega superstar that he is, as we know him, that he has to leave the group. It's just so much, and you can still see so much emotions from the interview that he's talking. And it looks like he wrote a book, and he was reading parts of his book as well. So this was very touching for me. This was very, very touching. I think I almost got teary-eyed a couple of parts in this interview. I'm really hoping that the songs play, because I feel like the song, the music, the instrument behind, as he was talking, just made it for my emotions to go where it is. So I'm hoping that it all comes out, and it doesn't I don't have to cut it because it's being blocked or muted. On that note, I'm going to see you guys in the next reaction. And guys, I am definitely enjoying going down the rabbit hole and hearing the story behind the songs. And definitely comment below, send me some links of other amazing songs that you guys have heard on this channel, and because I'm definitely going to be interested in hearing the interviews. All right, for real this time. I'm going to see you guys on the next reaction.